The autumn wind cut through the schoolyard like a blade, whipping through scarves and tugging at backpacks. It was a regular Thursday afternoon at Jefferson High in Detroit, rowdy students pouring out of brick buildings, buses honking, sneakers slapping the pavement. But for 15-year-old Malik Turner, it was anything but normal. Malik had just finished basketball tryouts, sweat still clinging to his brow, when he heard the sound that made his stomach twist. Laughter, sharp, mean, and ugly. Then came the thud. He turned. Across the parking lot, a girl lay on the ground, books scattered, her wheelchair tipped sideways. 3 boys stood around her, laughing, nudging each other, pretending it was an accident. Malik didn't know her name. He'd seen her in the hallways, petite, with bright eyes behind thick glasses, always alone, always quiet. Her name, he would later learn, was Ava. For a heartbeat, no one moved. Then Malik did. He sprinted across the lot. The bullies, startled, backed off like shadows at sunrise. One tried to puff his chest. Malik didn't say a word. He just stared, and something in that silence made the boy flinch and slink away. Malik dropped to one knee. "You okay?" Ava blinked up at him, breath shaky. Her lip quivered. I'm fine." She wasn't. One of her palms was scraped raw, her wheelchair wheel was bent, and her science binder had burst open. Pages flapping across the sidewalk like lost feathers. Without hesitation, Malik gathered her papers, gently lifted the wheelchair, and helped her into it. A teacher came rushing over, but the moment had already shifted. What happened next wasn't what anyone expected. Malik didn't just help her up. He rolled her home. They rolled together through the streets of Detroit, Malik pushing her wheelchair where it wobbled, listening to her quietly talk about physics and how she loved the stars. He told her about his dream to play college ball, about his little sister who also used a wheelchair and how people used to look right past her like she was invisible. They laughed. Ava smiled the whole way home. What neither of them knew was that someone had filmed it. The video hit Facebook by midnight and exploded. Within days, millions had seen Malik kneel beside Ava, gather her things, and walk her home like it was the most natural thing in the world. But it didn't stop there. Ava's story spread, how she'd been bullied for months, how no one ever said anything. Malik's act didn't just lift her off the ground. It lifted an entire school community. Students who never looked up before began noticing. Kids started eating lunch with Ava. Teachers cracked down harder on bullying. A quiet buddy system began for disabled students. The energy shifted. 2 weeks later, Ava presented Malik with a handmade award at a school assembly, a paper star with the words, "My Hero," written in silver marker. She said, "He didn't see my wheelchair. He saw me." The gym went silent, then erupted. By Christmas, Malik had been interviewed on national TV. Scholarships started calling, but when asked about that day, he always said the same thing. "I didn't do it to be a hero. I did it because someone needed help. That's it." But it wasn't just it, because kindness, when done with no expectation, echoes. Ava gained confidence and joined the debate team. Malik started mentoring other students. And Jefferson High? It didn't just become a safer place. It became a braver one. Final message. In a world that sometimes feels loud with cruelty, it only takes one quiet act of courage to change everything. Sometimes the real heroes aren't in capes. They're in sneakers, rolling someone home on a cold Thursday afternoon, choosing to care when it would have been easier to walk away. Kindness is power. Use it.